Well, hello, my little human friends, sim friends, dog friends, and a hearty honk to any geese who happen to be watching. Welcome to my channel and to the Click Together challenge. Fair warning, it's a trap, and now we're going to be spending an entire year together, so you might as well hit subscribe and get comfy. Sadly, I don't have any biscuits to offer you, but I do have some leftover lasagna. So, just in case you choose your company by the food that's on offer, which is valid. I mean, you don't know me from Adam, do you really? And he was a prick. Anyway, I have a build challenge to present to you, and I'm pretty sure it's a good one. So, whether you're a socks off or socks on person, get your sock admin done so we can continue without interruption. And kindly allow me to introduce the soon to be legendary Mix and Match Legacy House that is the base of the Click Together challenge. You don't really need to worry about it for now because you won't be touching the house just yet, but I thought it would be nice for you to know that we're building this together. Like, it's a little joint build, like a little community or a family or a coven or a hive or, a little burrow of weasels. You can, you can choose your level of weird and insert it here. I'm only doing parasocial relationships if we get to, pretend we're all, weasels or something. You might have noticed that this house is a base game only house. And if not, now is your chance to notice. Quick. Have you noticed? Okay. The reason it's base game is because I want this challenge to be accessible to all Sims players and I want everyone to be able to enjoy it and play it with the house. The shell itself is crucial part of the challenge. So this house shell does need its windows and doors and things. And in order to make that accessible to everyone, it does have to be base game. I did not enjoy the base game windows and doors, but I do enjoy togetherness and I do love my fellow weasels. So I did my bit. Well, you and I are going to build this house together. You and me, and I hope at least one more person / weasel, probably Amber, music psych fan, to be honest, are going to build the house together. Unless you are Amber watching this, in which case, hello, maybe it's just going to be me and you, but regardless, we are going to build this house together and we're going to do it well. But how will that work, I hear you ask? The Sims 4 is not multiplayer. Well, here it is. Every month throughout 2025, which is this year, we're all up to date, I hope. We're all here in 2025, at least. I will be sharing the empty shell of a room in this house. So I'll be challenging you to build one room. For example, this month of January, which we are quite into now, the room is going to be this room, also known as the kitchen. So I'll be challenging you to furnish and decorate this kitchen in your own style, using whatever packs you like, whatever snacks you usually build with as your go-to. You'll then upload your kitchen to the gallery before the end of January as a room, and I will tour them in February. You can enter as many times as you like. In fact, I would love it if some of you did more than one kitchen. You'll learn in a minute why, but it would be so cool of you. Please do as many kitchens as you've got time to do. In February, I'll tell you what room comes next and give you the new shell to work with. And then every month throughout 2025, maybe beyond if we come up with new ideas, but for the rest of the year, certainly, you'll get a new room and a new challenge to work on. The idea is that eventually this house will be available to everybody on the gallery, usable by everybody because it's base game, and so will a bunch of rooms that you can mix and match, made by different people in different styles and with different packs that you can slot perfectly into the build, kind of like a doll's house, and anyone, whatever their level of experience building in The Sims 4, can have this put together, customizable, click together house that will, grow with them and they can customize at any point. Remember, we're calling it the Click Together House, and get used to the name because it's going to be around for a while. I want this to be a huge collaborative build challenge that we complete together as a community, and I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping that enough of you will get involved in the challenge that there will be many, many cool ways someone could put together this house to make a playable and good to go home for their Sims. You know, you and I like the building aspect of The Sims. I mean, I like every part of The Sims, to be honest. I'm a bit of a fiend. But you, if you're here, probably like building. Not everybody does. Some people just want to get on with playing. Now, this is a way that they can really still have fun customizing their house and kind of play in a way that's more unique to them, but they don't actually have to build a thing. Or, like, you might want to put together your whole house yourself. That's also completely viable. But the end goal is that we have options. So someone might just love your build style and they might just be obsessed with every room you do and do an entire house designed by you. Or someone might put their Click Together house together using rooms created by a bunch of different creators and in different styles. The exterior shell is actually within budget as a starter home, so it also leaves room for people to move in and gradually save up for the rooms they want. And then there's also obviously the option to decorate your whole house yourself. So many different ways to play. How cool is that? I hope this makes sense and introduces you nicely to the concept of the Click Together challenge. You will get more familiar with it as time goes on. I am very, very excited. I'm like a little beaver at the BAFTA Awards. So please forgive me a lot of rambling, which I'm sure I've done, and you know, endless beavering and whatever else I'm doing. Because of the way the rooms all click together nicely, even if you only make 1 or 2 rooms, they can still be used by someone in the game. Anyway, fellow weasels, I've made a couple of kitchens already for the challenge, as you can see here in front of you. Aren't they glorious? So I thought I'd use them to show you how the rooms will slot into the build when we place them from the gallery. This is one I made earlier with just base game. So what I do is grab it from the gallery and just drop it straight into my game. Because the room shape, doors, windows and whatsits are all the same as the original shell and they align perfectly, it slots into place and is just good to go. Now, if I think, I don't know if I love this one, my sim fancies are trying out another kitchen before I commit. I can just grab this other kitchen and pop it right over this one, and Bob is your uncle, Eliza is your aunt. Look at how just instantly, perfectly it slots into place. Fully customizable. Watch it click together. Oh my god, it's too cute. I'm too cute. You're cute. Oh, stop it. Anyway, the longer the challenge is around, the more options everyone will have for decorating their Click Together legacy house. I'm getting too excited now, aren't I? I've set up the house so that it could, you know, eventually accommodate multiple generations across many, many rooms. I think it can very easily be a 6-bedroom house. There are more options if you're willing to have less bathrooms and, you know, smaller rooms here and there. So you could make it a much bigger multi-generational house. But it can easily be 6 bedrooms, and I think it is designed to be 5 ultimately. So it means it can grow and change with a legacy or let's play style game so easily. It's really like the house is really set up for family gameplay. At the same time, the house alone as a shell is, as I mentioned, its starter home price. So your single sim can move right in and start their family right here in their forever home and start working on saving those simoleons. Something to bear in mind is that as you're decorating each room, you need to leave the shell of the room kind of as you find it. So No changing the room size, wall height, exterior wall coverings, and then the windows, doors, and their positions need to be the same for the whole shell to work. Yeah, on that note, what you can do freely is change the roof coverings, the roof decor, the foundation, the landscaping. None of that will impact the rooms. You can also decorate your own hallways and landings as long as you don't move or change the doors and windows, etc. Each room will have its own little quirks and rules to follow, but on the whole, you're free to do what you like with the interiors and, use any packs and kits you like as long as you don't edit the shell of the room itself. You'll find all of the shells for this challenge on #ClickTogetherShell as they go live. So each month there'll be a new shell available. For now, it'll just be the house and the kitchen on there. Please don't use that hashtag when you're uploading your builds. Instead, use just #ClickTogether, and each room will have an additional tag to include. So please use those when you're uploading and not the shell one. Okay, well, that's it from me. I hope that you'll join me in doing this and that you like the idea overall. I will link to the rules for each individual room below as this goes live. It'll only be the kitchen there, but the list will grow as the year goes on. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching. Now go do something lovely for yourself. Take care. Bye. What on earth are you still doing here? You should be in that sandwich making me a kitchen, not out here fraternising with my enemies, all of which are me. So go on, get going quickly. We've only got 49 weeks left. Gosh, some people.